Hi, this tutorial is about some great tips for using a free sound editing program, Audacity, which could be found from downloaded.com. And let's see how we can actually put some nice effects on ringtones or some sounds. Before you use Audacity, make sure that you have the lame encoder in your computer installed. You can make sure by going to Edit menu and click on Preferences. Then you need to go to File Formats in the left bar, and in the right side you should see MP3 Export Setup, and you should see the MP3 library version you have. If you don't have it on your computer, you can download a free copy of Lame from the internet, and the button is, as you can see, is right here. I'm gonna click cancel. Just so you know, the version of Audacity that I'm working on is the 1.3.3 beta, and this is also a Unicode version. So far I haven't found so many bugs on it, so technically this is the latest version of Audacity for Windows so far. That's pretty good. Let's open an MP3. I'm going to open a pretty nice, cute songs of Colby Kyliat, and the album is Coco. The song is Bubbly. Here is my song. As you can see, you can always zoom in using one of these tools here, and you can also zoom out. I always like to start working on my sound from the auto zooming, and I stop at the point where I want to make any changes to. For instance, once you play, it starts from the beginning. I found my point right here, and I'm going to make some changes. Let's zoom in so we can get a better view of our sound here. And you can always click on it. That's how you have start point for yourself. And if you press the play button, it plays the song right from there. I need to back up a little bit. I think I got my sound, which should be somewhere around here. There it is. So I'm gonna click on it, and I'm gonna zoom out so it's easier for me to cut out the part that I'm gonna work on. Just drag it all the way to the point that you wanna start your music from, and you can either click on Edit and cut or copy, or you can also use a keyboard shortcut such as Ctrl+X or Ctrl+C. I'm going to use the toolbar here, so it's you can see what I'm doing, and I'm gonna copy it so I don't mess up my real song. And instead of making another file point here, I'm gonna open a whole new Audacity, and I'm going to paste my data in here. You can see it's nice and zoomed in pretty well. You can zoom out a little just for the ease of work, and start it from the beginning. I don't think I need these parts, so I'm gonna take it out. Just hit the delete button anywhere you wanna cut your song from, and hit play button. I have my sound pretty nice. There's a cool tip for you guys. If you want to make a ringtone of any song, you can always hit the shift button, and you see this loop icon on your play button, and if you click on it, it loops the song itself, so it's easier for you to have a ringtone without breaking any clip and any pause. For now it's okay for me, so I'm gonna fade out the end part a little. You select your part, you go to effect. You see you have already a lot of cool effects in here, except a few. Many of them don't really have a good use, so you don't really need to mess up with them, because you might end up having a bad quality sound or ringtone. So just don't go somewhere you don't know about. Even if you make any mistake or screw something up, you can always back up by hitting Ctrl+Z or going to the edit menu and undo whatever you have done. In here I'm just gonna click on fade out. You see, it's pretty cool. And since I think I'm gonna use this as a ringtone, I'm gonna select my whole track and I'm gonna normalize it to something louder. Just the same thing, click on effect and click on normalize from the submenu. And negative 3.0 dB is pretty cool. You can always have a preview of your song if you want to. Just so you know, the louder you make it, the more static, or I don't know how to say this, well, the worse sound you're gonna have. So even though it'll be louder, it won't sound good. So it's always better to have something which have a balance of the pauses and whatever it is, I don't know. So I'm gonna have -2. You can have a preview. Decent. And I'm gonna click on OK. OK. And I have my sound nice and cool. You don't want to save the project, then it'll save the sound as an Audacity file. You don't want to do that because you need an MP3. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. You want to burn it into a CD, you want to email it, you want to have a ringtone out of it. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to do, you always want to export it. That's where the LAM comes in work. If you don't have the LAM version or the MP3 encoder on your computer, it won't work. There are a bunch of other MP3 encoders out there, but LAM is free. That's why it's the best, I guess. I'm gonna export this file into a folder that I always work on. And I'm gonna name it Colby_bubbly, which refers to the sound so I don't get lost. And it's pretty small song. It doesn't take too long, but especially it depends on your computer. How long would it take to export a file or whatever file into MP3? So far we're done here.